don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
So Raz B, he recently came out, and I'm hoping that it's not true. He came out and said that he lied about Chris Stokes and the abuse of what Chris Stokes did to all the members, and said it was actually his brother and that Chris Stokes actually protected him.
No way. So that was such a dramatic thing for all of us to witness with them.
People who falsely accuse anyone of the level of abuse and violation for years to be in jail. This goes for men and for women.
And I just always remind myself, I'm on the outside looking in. So I don't know who's telling the truth or when he's telling the truth. I grew up with somebody who was sexually abused. Mentally, they go through a lot. I'm not gonna like all the way like shun him, but at the same time, it's like, all right, we all know you got this going on. You've done announced it to the world, and you still haven't done the work on yourself. It should have been handled just differently than just an Instagram post.
Lives have been damaged.
Your name is all you got.
Like when we say Chris Stokes,
how'd your kids, how'd your wife?
How'd your kids, how'd your wife?
Now, there's been a lot of back and forth for years.
The fact that Chris Stokes had me and Jarrell Houston in a room sucking each other.
Now, there's been a lot of back and forth for years. Raz B word against Chris Stokes word. Raz B had released some tapes years after B2K broke up, and on the tapes, he was confessing about the abuse he allegedly endured. After the tapes made its rounds, Raz B was pressed by alleged group members, which he had to recant his statement and say he made everything up. Then, years later, Raz B built up the courage to come forward once again and say, hey, I wasn't lying, I was telling the truth. However, I was scared for my life. Raz B was ready to tell his story years ago with popular blogger Jason Lee, but Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston immediately blocked that interview, which triggered Raz B because he felt like once again he was being silenced.
I'm getting a bunch of calls from my loved ones, people that support me, and they're like, take this down, deal with this privately. But I say, yo, they've ruined me publicly. The fact that I'm gay, and I'm not because I was molested by a pedophile. So this is how we do this. Since y'all want to try to shut me down publicly with sending out cease and desist letters, let's get in the room with the lawyers and let's take a polygraph test. I'm going to take the test, and when I take the test, you can do whatever it is that you need to do. When you take it and when you fail, you take this fade and you take that bit. Because I'm tired of being bullied, and I'm not going to be bullied no more. Oh, yeah. And I'm doing this polygraph test for all of my fans that support me, all my family and my friends that support me, so I can move on with my career, move on with my life. Free me. I tell you, I don't know what happened. I can't even go back into that mind frame of where I was at because I was 11 and 12 years old.
Well, guys, it just seems like 2024 has begun the exposing of all these little filthy McNasties. So it looks like Chris Stokes' ex-wife is speaking out following the alleged SA claims. She is saying that she can confirm that he in fact committed these acts. Now, you guys know Raz B had been talking about these allegations forever. And what did they do? Basically try to make it seem like he was crazy or he had made it up. And now Chris Stokes' ex-wife is coming out saying that she can confirm that he committed these acts. I'm so confused because how does she confirm that these acts actually happened? Did he tell her that he did it? Was she there? She said, I married him in 2004, just days before I gave birth to my fourth child. He has faced accusations of SA, you guys know what that means, that I know to be true. But parties are unwilling to come forward and confirm them. I can confirm that he committed these acts, and it begins with acknowledging what I didn't want to accept. I married a perpetrator. Wow. Of such crimes. Now it's time for me to liberate my spirit and open up about it. For the past 2.5 years, I've dedicated time to self improvement, working on my mental, physical, and emotional well being, often in solitude. At this point, my heart's desire is for each and every victim, including myself, to heal and live long, healthy, productive lives. I seek justice. Whew. Well, this is deep. And we don't know what this woman was suffering through. I mean, I don't even know what that even would even feel like, knowing that your husband was doing these sorts of things. But it is so sad to even go back down memory lane, just to hear Raz B and all of the things that he stated. One of the videos that I watched, guys, I couldn't even like listen to it. I literally had to turn it off. I couldn't even listen to it. He had started to say, during the act when he was violated, that, his, back there was actually bleeding. So I couldn't even listen anymore. It was too much. So my heart goes out to him. And it's really sad that, a lot of people said that he made it up. And then when he originally came out, they made him recant his story as if he was lying. Now, I don't know if you guys recall, but Omarion at some point had did some kind of I think it was like a TV show or a special, and he actually spoke on Raz B. And I want to play that clip for you guys. It's only about 1 minute. And I want to play that because you actually can see Raz B and he's really upset. But let's play that video clip so you guys can hear and see exactly why he is actually being triggered. I have that video coming up next.
Hey, get this shit together, man. Energy is their you can tell when someone's energy is they're agitated or they're moving around, and he wasn't focused, and then he was saying things, and I was just like, yo, what's good?
We find out that what triggered him, what agitated him, was that Boog wore a t-shirt that said, "I don't feel safe." That was clearly a reference to what Raz had said in New York.
Raz B is officially off the tour. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe because I feel like Chris Stokes is around.
I wasn't really picking up that Boog was fucking with his head like that. Why the fuck would you wear the shirt? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that?
Hey,
get this shit together, man. Y'all don't. Yeah. Some people don't know.
we love you, okay?
I know y'all do.
We love you.
I know y'all do though.
So as you guys can see in that video snippet, Raz B was very triggered by a t-shirt that was being worn. Again, nobody considered his feelings and pretty much, I guess, felt like he wasn't telling the truth. Because if someone tells you that they are not safe or they don't feel safe, I just don't know what would trigger a person to wear that. I would think, obviously, at this time, that either they didn't believe him or just didn't want to talk about it. Because, as I think about it, I wonder if it happened to any of the other members. They just don't want to say anything because, y'all, a predator is a predator. So, predators do what predators do. So it will probably be highly unlikely that he didn't do any of this to any of the other members. That could have been partially the reason why they didn't want to talk about it, because they didn't want to open up their own life to what had happened to them. A lot of times people don't come out and talk about this. It takes a brave person to come out and talk about this. And I believe if, people can find that within themselves to actually come out and talk about it, you should do it, because what you do is you expose the monsters for who they are. So we're going to continue to expose these type of people in 2024. Y'all, 2024 is not looking good. A lot of people is being exposed, and we still in January. We're still in January. So y'all let me know what you all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video.